as a marketer, I don't really care where the great idea comes in, and the notion of, and I had this conversation about a year ago with a leader of one of the largest holding companies in the world, and I said, the notion of thousands of people in towers in New York City, I said, that is over. I said, as a client, all we want you to do is you got to build that connective tissue around the world to bring us the best ideas, whether they come from Mumbai or Shanghai or Hollywood or Madison Avenue. That's what we want. We don't really care where it comes from. And so they get that. I think agencies understand that that's the world that we're moving into more and more, and now they just need to make that transformation. Like many people in marketing, I get the reports that say we had, hundreds of millions of impressions, that came through, and I said, listen, that's nice to have, but I'm really more concerned about two things. I'm concerned about expression, so how many times that people are expressing their point of view on our brand, and helping us tell our story or amplifying what we're saying. And I'm also more impressed and more concerned about engagement. And quite honestly, I also referenced today, the opportunity, the huge amount of experiential branding that we've been doing. And a classic example was not only our World of Coca-Cola, where we've had 3.5 million visitors in 3.5 years, or the Shanghai Expo, where we've got we were one of the few commercials exhibits there, pavilions there, and literally within a 6-month period pumping a few million people through there. All of those are opportunities to experience the brand. The Olympics in Vancouver this year, during that 16-day period, we had something called Happiness House. And there were huge lines of people waiting to get into the Happiness House, and in a 16-day period, we pumped 270,000 people through there. So when those people walk out, they have a huge smile on their face, and they are brand advocates, and the nature of the experience is very different than if they're sitting at home watching a traditional television spot. So I think more and more where marketing is going, where we're going, is I think some very interesting experiential branding opportunities for us. We're very pleased with it. In fact, where we don't think that agencies should fear that. We think that agencies should feel that should have enough self-confidence to recognize that their work needs to drive results. That's not a proposition that's that difficult to get your head around. And we want to share the upside. So if the work that the agency does for us, if we've got the right metrics in place and we can show that drove volume and business for us, then the agency should get rewarded with upside. And consequently, if it works the other way, they shouldn't get rewarded. And I think, the agencies that have a lot of self-confidence in their own creative product and what they're doing, they've embraced it, probably some of them reluctantly, but now I think they understand, gee, there could be some significant upside beyond the traditional compensation structure. So our sense is it's starting to get hold, and people are getting more comfortable with the idea, and as soon as agencies say, wow, I got that extra check I didn't get before, then they really see the benefit of it for both parties. We want a win-win situation, and they're extremely vested, and they need to be even more vested in our success as a company and as a business.